So I realized I didn't do this at the beginning of the Nunziiii podcast. The reason for these podcasts is to showcase the creator, and we didn't end up doing that until the end of the podcast. So I'm going to cut that bit and put it in the front, but then it's also going to be at the end of the podcast. That's going to be the only other edit beside the very intro to the podcast. So enjoy. But just to do it again, what's the YouTube channel? What's the TikTok? What's all your medias? Where do people consume you?
Okay, so for the majority of my stuff, it's all Nunziiii. It's Nunz with 4 I's.
Okay.
That's on YouTube. I'm gonna go check just to be sure on TikTok. No, mine is Nunz 4 I's and then 88, the number 88. So
okay, yeah. Now and then.
Okay.
Just to make sure that your audio is in also. So go ahead and say shit. Oh yeah, you're yeah,
12 minutes.
Well, the good thing I'm totally gonna do that. That's gonna be the very beginning of the podcast. Let me go here real quick and double check. I can't wait.
I'm gonna fucking send the link to all the Pokemon people on my TikTok, and they're gonna go in, and the first thing it's gonna say is 12 dicks.
In also, so go ahead and say shit. Oh yeah, you're yeah. Okay, yeah, you're loud as shit on there. So actually, I could turn you down a little bit, probably.
Okay.
Okay, so as you know, or maybe you don't know, because I don't know if you've actually watched the podcast at all, but basically I wing it. We just start. So I'm already recording. So okay. All of that is going to be at the beginning between you saying penises, and then it's going to be a bunch of muffled noise because I was listening to the video file while I'm recording. So it's going to be like you talking 3 times. But that's okay. I do that kind of on purpose, so that way we could get the garbage side of the podcast out of the way right at the beginning, and we could get into the podcast. And basically what I'm going to do with these is I've decided to kind of host, I guess, if you will, we could call it that, a content showcase is what I'm going to call it. So you're going to hopefully be content showcase number 1. And
hopefully.
Yeah, because it depends on when I upload it.
Yeah.
So if I'm not procrastinating, I'll have yours up literally by tomorrow sometime, and then you definitely will be the first one. If I am procrastinating, you might just be the second one.
Dope.
So okay, so that's out of the way.
I'm good with that.
And then the way I figured I'll base the questions is we'll kind of just wing it, because
yeah, for sure.
Because I do have some questions, but I don't want to sound like a fucking
questioner.
Yeah, questioner. I don't want to be the Riddler. I want to just be...
Riddle me this. Why do you have followers?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, that's going to be what the questions are based solely around somewhat. So to preface the whole episode, I guess, and we could go as long as you want, doesn't matter. Usually I do them for about an hour. The very first podcast was only like 30 minutes. So it doesn't matter. We could go 15, 20, doesn't matter.
Whenever it feels right, man. Whenever it feels right.
Okay, cool.
All I got to do tonight is just edit one of those videos at least, so I've got time.
Soon as we're done and my recording is finished rendering, I'm going to start playing Cyberpunk again.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's dope.
Yeah, it's real good, except for OBS just doesn't want to fucking record. I spent like 3 hours today just trying to get my OBS to record the stupid fucking game.
That sucks.
Yeah, I think it's not allocating enough space to OBS. But all of that aside, I preface all of that, and then I guess the beginning of the episode will be, you can tell us, or me, and the audience who you are, how you got started, and just what, I guess, yeah, just let's start there. Who are you? How you got started?
Right now.
Yes. Yeah. Right now.
I'm just okay.
Yeah.
So, this is a little weird because we're such good friends that
correct.
most of the stuff. But I'm Nunziiii. I do Pokemon content on TikTok and YouTube. I started a long ass time ago, and that's years ago when we met. How long ago did we meet?
I think it was like, I could be wrong on the exact year, but I think it was like 2017 when we met.
It's been a minute.
Maybe even 2016. Yeah.
I think it was. And that's when I was on Twitch initially, and that's like where I started doing any type of content creation. And I streamed, man, I was going so hard that year. I must have streamed like 5 to 12 hours a day, like every day for like 1.5, 2 years. And I just played a bunch of different stuff, and it never really caught on. Like, I tried really hard.
Yeah.
And it's so hard on Twitch. Twitch is just so saturated. There's so many good streamers, so much cool stuff going on that it's like, why would someone come watch me be awful at League of Legends? Yeah. So, I life threw some curveballs and stuff, changed up. So I stopped streaming for a minute. I tried a couple times here and there between then, and just never felt right. And then recently, I kind of got back into Pokemon, like a lot of people have been. The Pokemon card market was like exploding, and that piqued my interest in just like looking at like what cards I already owned, and like, how much they were worth since the prices were going up and stuff. And I had quickly realized that I had like a bunch of pretty valuable cards that I bought like literally like a year before that went up like 3 to 10x. Yeah, and I was like, damn, I actually kind of have an eye for this, maybe, because like I just grabbed some ones that I like personally. So I was like, I'm just gonna open some more stuff. And my sister's actually a huge TikToker. She has her own DIY channel for wedding stuff, and she gets like insane view. Yeah, like she's got hundreds of thousands of people watch her stuff. And she knows I like, I've tried streaming and stuff in the past, and she basically kept hounding me like, dude, you need to like try TikTok because it's like such a better way to create content. Like, more people will see it. It's like an even playing ground kind of a thing. Yeah. Or maybe you could even say like the Wild Wild West. That's like no one has like a foothold on it because the algorithm kind of chooses everything.
Well, and I think I don't know how long the app has been around, but it's still such a fresh
it's super
app new. That
feels super new, at least. I don't know how long it's been around.
You're killing it on there. What are you at now? 500 followers? 600?
I'm at like 866, I think, right now.
That's good.
I'm trying to, get to 1,000. That's like the big marker on there, because once you get to 1,000, you can go live on there, which will be cool because then I'll just be able to go straight live. And actually, the cool part about it too is apparently you can like rig it up so I could like literally go live on Twitch from my OBS and live to
that's what
my TikTok.
That's what my other friend who uses TikTok, that's what he does.
So I'm looking forward to that.
He goes live on Twitch, and then everybody that joins in TikTok, he just tries to navigate them to the Twitch. So he's like, hey, come to the Twitch. We're live on Twitch. That's cool.
Exactly.
It's funny that you say that you would stream like 16 hours a day. That's, that's how we met each other, was you being on Twitch. Somebody posted just randomly one night posted your Twitch link, and we just a couple of us raided you, and then I remember left, and then I stuck around.
You stuck around forever, man. Straggler. I couldn't get rid of you.
We're still here.
One of the only few, one of the OGs is still here. Yep. Wild.
Yeah, I remember when you wore. It's actually your Discord picture.
It's my Discord picture. Yeah.
You wore that wizard thing, and
that robe, dude.
That was like the first day too, and then we started playing pub and shit like that.
for those people who don't know what I can't see my picture. I think you might put the picture in. But
yeah, I'll definitely put the picture in.
I bought this insane silk, gold, and purple like bathrobe from the Salvation Army for like $5. That thing's got to be worth $100. That thing's so nice.
I wish you still have. I wish you still had the clip of like when you very first came out in it, and everybody that was in the call just fucking started dying.
I might be able to find that. If you remind me after we do this, I might be able to hunt that down because I think it's on there.
That is so good. That is one of my favorite moments of the stream. I guess you may have answered this already. What initially was the reasoning behind even wanting to pursue content creation? Because it's such a weird. I guess it's a weird pursuit in a way. I mean, there's people before us, obviously, at this point who have paved the road. Even though we're both old enough to have been around before YouTube.
Yeah, true.
People did it before us, but Actually, you know what? It's come to think of it, it's kind of cool that you will be the first episode because you and one other person are the sole reason I ever uploaded a video at all.
Oh shit, man.
Because I was like, in terms of us playing stuff together, I was like, this guy has all the I still haven't even shown my face on video, and it's been, well, what did I say, since 2016? Like 4 or 5 years almost. And I still haven't shown my face, but my confidence in even creating anything was so, I was so afraid to do it for whatever reason.
It's weird. It's hard to start.
And then you were coming out in bathrobes and shit. And I was like, I vibe with this guy so much. And if he's doing it, what is stopping me? Why am I being such a bitch about it?
It's funny that you say that though, because still to this day, I don't feel confident about stuff like that sometimes. For example, on TikTok right now, on TikTok, people do all types of really good entertaining skits. Yeah. And sometimes I have an idea for I think it would be a really funny Pokemon skit or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'll even go so far as to try and film it. And I'll get to the point where I'm just I can't do this. And I don't know why. I still have a block. So it's funny that you say I'm confident, but I'm fucking dude, when I get on stream sometimes I'm like, do I look like an idiot right now? What's good? I think I just power through it sometimes though, but there's still a lot of stuff that I'm
I think too that might be, at least with this series of podcasts that I'm gonna do, I think that might be a through point that all content creators probably have somewhat in common. Just the sheer, because listen, in any capacity, whether it be a TikTok or, I don't want to say a meme, but maybe even a meme, whatever you're doing, you're putting it out for the world.
To judge, really, on the internet.
Well, to shit on, because that's what the internet is. So, so getting on stream in a bathrobe, that terrifies me.
Yeah, for sure.
Then I guess that's a good segue to TikTok, because I have my own opinions on certain things that are happening, which we could get to eventually, but also I think part of it is the boomerness in me that I don't have, because I talk about this with my lady all the time. I don't even understand half the point of half the jokes that are made on TikTok.
Oh, for sure.
And so I'm just I'm missing the mark completely. And so I'm like, fuck it, I'll just upload the clips I already laugh at, and then it won't matter. I won't have to make a skit or put my face or nothing for all the world to see.
Hey, it's content though.
Yeah, and that's the segue to the next through point, which is I kind of wrote down a question. I know I said wing it, but I wrote down.
Hey, that's still winging it, man. You can write down all you want. That's still no one's going directly by a piece of paper. You're always gonna wing it, sub. So.
Yeah. If it's, what did you say? It's content, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you said?
Yeah. It's entertaining.
Okay, perfect. That's a good question then. Not even on the paper. How do you define what is content to be putting out? Or I guess a better question is, what goes through your mind when you think, like, what am I going to upload today? What is the process or thought process, if you will? I know you're in a niche market too.
Yeah.
It's not so niche. It's blowing up right now, but
it's pretty, yeah.
Yeah, but Pokemon is a specific thread.
Yeah. Well, I honestly, part of it is like, and this is kind of not answering the question, but I'll get to it, is like, one of the other reasons I started kind of doing Pokemon, like, content creation was like, it's like low-key an excuse for me to just open Pokemon cards.
Right.
So
yeah.
Like,
I know,
it's not that hard to
open them every day.
Yeah, it's not that hard to will myself to make something cool, because I get to like do something cool. You know what I mean? I get to open them. But like, yeah. When I make something, I'm like, do I think I just want to make something I think some people will enjoy. And like, at first, that's why I started only doing like the ASMR ones, because I was like, I feel like there's people that probably would really just like to hear packs being opened with like no one saying anything, no music. Like, I just felt like that I can envision that there's people in the world that want that. Yeah. So I was like, let's like give them some content to watch. And then I kind of got thrown into like the Pokemon community on TikTok, because it's like pretty cool. Like, everyone's super nice and stuff like that. And then I was like, yeah, maybe, I'm not gonna like pinhole myself. I'm just gonna like do whatever. So then, I just started having more fun with it, I guess, and just trying different things. Trying to like edit packs, like openings, instead of just having them straight up opened. Yeah. I still do that sometimes, but it's like I just try and mix it up. I want people to like see my TikToks and be like, oh, that was cool. Like it's only what, like 15 to like 30, 60 seconds max. And
I think TikTok is like a minute.
Yeah, I at least, the thing with Pokemon cards is like you just want to see like what happens at the end, like especially when it's like pack stuff. You just want to see the like. So I just want at least to have like a clip where people can look at it and be like, oh shit, what's he gonna get? Oh, okay.
I guess in a way too, Pokemon, just cards in general, have their own returning factor every time you do a new one, because you don't know what's gonna be at the end. So
yeah, exactly.
That's actually pretty smart.
It's kind of like a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, never-ending cycle. Okay, so that being said, what do you deem permissible, I guess? Which I don't know, how am I gonna break that down in my mind better? Cause okay, so for example, Pokemon, right? Mm-hmm. That's the avenue you're on. That's what you're doing on TikTok. And not to throw any TikTokers under the bus, but sure. I have seen TikTokers, or TikToks, whatever you want to call them, TikTokies. I have seen all sorts of different methods, right, of content and videos. And so I guess the question is fairly broad, because I don't want to say a specific this person or that person. Yeah, sure. I have seen all sorts of different styles, I guess is a nicer way of putting it. Yeah. Just in Pokemon, not even in a broader video content sense, but just in Pokemon, doing different things. And I guess that goes to the deeper question, which is, what do you define as permissible content? That's the question, I guess.
Well, okay, so I'm for the most part, like, the Pokemon community is like pretty
chill. Legit. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's not much
I'm in agreement with
that I see from like people within the community that I'm like, what the hell?
Right. Yeah.
Now there is one section that is kind of like controversial, and like people butt heads, and that's because like a lot of the TikToks I've made that have like the most views on them are about this, and it's about scalpers. Yeah. So like it's kind of weird because we're all technically kind of in the same community. We're all pursuing Pokemon cards, and it's so weird to see like, you know, videos of people literally like picking up the entire display. Like there was like this there was literally this $20 box. It was called the Jirachi box, and to be fair, I'm just gonna tell the story because it's interesting. So like inside of it, there's not that good of packs. Like this is like, if you could see a pack, like a pre-made box that was made for kids, like it's this, because the cards in them aren't valuable. You can't play them. They're not in the standard rotation. Maybe like one or two of the packs, but there's like 10 packs, right? And they're all like old, basic garbage. But they marked it down to $20, which is way too much nowhere near enough for 10 packs or whatever it is. So scalpers caught wind of this. Yeah, it came out, it was an early Black Friday thing. And then there's tons and tons of videos of people literally the entire display. It's like a middle of the floor Walmart display. They just pick the whole thing up and put it on top of their cart, and
that's crazy.
All of them.
Like a hurricane just hit, and they needed food and
toilet paper. What the hell is that? Like, especially it was so frustrating. People were getting really frustrated with it because it's like, first of all,
why? Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure they did it. They thought they were going to make a lot of money. A, B, they did it for content, because they did get content on there. There was tons of views on it, which kind of like sucks.
Okay. So see, there you go. That's why
I was bringing it up. Yeah, because it's
perfect.
Just like,
that's a good one. That's a specific point that you've made that you can, I guess, circle with a string and go, this is where my moral code for content creation. This is a line that I don't agree with.
Exactly, and if you were to go to my TikTok, you'd see a TikTok of me duetting that TikTok and be like, "This is bullshit. Don't do this."
Yeah.
Which is what in so.
Okay, perfect.
For the most part, yeah.
I actually like that answer because I mean, listen, we live in a world now where it's very political correct, and you know that I'm not.
For sure.
And I deem all speech to be free speech, but I do think in terms of, for example, this is a side thing and it's a sad story, but I say this to shine light back to my original question, which is, what do we deem permissible as content creators? And should we as content creators be talking about what we deem permissible for the bigger community? Because I think in a way, whether we have 5 followers or 75,000, it's kind of on the community of creators to say like, well, this is okay, but this isn't okay, or
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
We're okay with making Pokemon content, but when you're scalping whole stores, it's a little overboard.
I think the line even is even further than that, though. Like with those people, like a lot of people in the community won't even care if you go and do like light scalping. Like if you're gonna go buy like 5 boxes.
Yeah, that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, like okay, that whatever. But like when you put your arm on the shelf and clear it off, like go to hell, because like that's just bullshit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when you bring a homemade pool and you dump the whole fucking store into it, that's a little different. Yeah.
When you bring your own forklift, get out of town.
For example, another thing that I was seeing specifically in the Pokemon community is stuff being stolen from stores.
Oh my god! Oh, it drives me insane.
It drives me insane to me, dude. It's Pokemon cards,
dude,
and these motherfuckers are going in like it's a crack den.
Oh, it's ridiculous, man. I've worked in retail like my whole life since I could work, so I hate thieves because literally when you work in retail, that's all you have to deal with is like people stealing shit, and it just, my blood instantly boils when I go and pick up a box at Walmart and I'm like, oh, I might want to get this, and then 2 of the packs are missing, and it's always the 2 best ones They go in and they take the right ones and they leave the shitty ones and they just run away from the store.
That's crazy.
So sad. It's like $4 a pack. Like,
and I mean, I guess I know what the reasoning behind it is it's they're greedy and they want money, but so I guess that's not even really a question, because I was gonna say, like, why even do that? What is the goal out of that?
Yeah,
but,
and well, another aspect of it, especially like with like TikTok and social, well, just content creation in general, like, and people doing scalping and stuff like that. Like, there's a huge want for content that's about making money. So
yeah, and
like,
that's scary to me. That's kind of why, like, the permissible question is, maybe I think about it too much, and maybe I shouldn't, but I'm always thinking about, like, at what point am I pandering? And at what point am I not being true to me with content creation just for the sake of what? Followers, for views. Yeah. I mean, like, you see loads of examples of it. Kids I say kids, just people in general, bought PS5s on the day they come out just to smash them for views. Or the German streamer, right? Do you know that story just like a week ago? No, I don't know about the German streamer.
So December, I think it was, I'm going to get the dates wrong, but it was this month. It wasn't even like, it was this year, this month, and it's this YouTube streamer, this German guy, who, I guess it's its own avenue of, like, genre of streaming, where the viewers will pay you to do, like, just retarded shit. I don't want to necessarily say evil. I mean, there was a lot of bad stuff that they were making him do.
So, like, Jackass on Demand?
Sort of, yeah. But more, and he had a girlfriend, and I guess she was pregnant, and they were telling him, be mean to her, yell at her, this kind of stuff, we'll pay you, blah, 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 blah. And he's getting thousands and thousands of views, not just 1 or 2 views, right?
It's disgusting.
Yep, and they told him to put her outside at one point, like on the balcony. And I don't know the full details, but I think she was a willing participant. Because, I mean, they're getting money, right?
Yeah,
and,
probably.
She strips into her, like, you know, underwear or whatever, and she goes out on the balcony, and she ended up dying.
What
on stream? Hell? Yeah, you'll have to look up the story after we talk.
Oh my goodness.
She ended up dying on stream, and when I read it, or learned about it, like a couple days ago, the whole thing was still on YouTube. And
oh my gosh.
It shows him bring her inside. It shows him, you know, obviously distraught and scared. It shows him sitting at the computer after he's called the emergency. Shows him put her on the couch. And yeah, she died. And
what the hell?
For me, I'm always like, at what point are we giving up being, and I guess it's stupid for me to even talk about it because I don't have a following, right? But at what point is it?
Really.
Well, I mean, you have more than me right now.
I mean, we're both a drop in a bucket. I mean,
yeah, exactly. At what point, though, are you compromising self to just for content? At what point?
Your integrity.
Yes, correct. At what point is it pandering?
I think it has to be at least somewhat true to yourself, I think, because I do think there's like in most of this stuff there is probably like you're giving a little bit of leeway, right? Like, it's not
right, yeah.
Some people have like this incredible like ability to like think up something that's so out of the box and so unique to themselves that it's like it just shines through everything. But a lot of people kind of have to like play by some rules and like, you know, do a few things the correct way, or they'll never. Yeah. So, but as long as you're not like, as long as you're
not being false and just not being fake or being cruel. Like that's really where most of that stuff just seems disgusting. It's like when what you're promoting is just it's just so gross. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like shock value. When you're doing shock value stuff, it's like I think it's too much sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I guess I'm a little bit more on like the fence when it comes to like the PS5 thing. Like when I see someone smash a PS5, like it makes my blood boil. But I mean, he can do whatever he wants with his film.
I agree.
And like I also realize that people kind of for the shock humor want to see someone smash a PS5. But like when it starts being like animals and humans that you're playing with emotions or actually physically hurting or like manipulating, it's like, what the hell are you doing? Or the audience. So like if you're like mentally manipulating an audience, that's gross too.
Okay, actually I like that statement too, because it leads me to a question that I'm gonna ask everybody that I do the content thing with. I just don't know how to frame the question yet, so I guess we can build it in this podcast, right? We talk always off stream, on stream. You're in my YouTube videos. I've been on your Twitch. We talk a whole heap and a whole lot. And so we together have made content that I personally, just in my own view, would say isn't for kids, right?
Probably not, yeah.
And I would say that there is content that we've made or you've made, or doesn't matter who, that is for kids. I mean, Pokemon is a good example of that. That's content is kid-friendly, at least.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is your view? I guess that's how I'll frame the question. What is your view around the responsibility of the content that you're creating in terms of its viewership? I guess that's a perfect way to explain.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. So it is like kind of that's a tough one to answer, but you definitely have some, like, it's definitely part of your responsibility. I think the bigger you get, the bigger slice of the pie it becomes your responsibility.
Right.
So like if you have millions of viewers, you should not be saying, you should not be spewing hateful things or like
I would never agree with that.
Exactly, yeah. But like it's weird. So like I guess like TikTok's kind of like the wild west. In general the internet is. So like a lot of these things, like these websites, they'll have like age gates to them, but everyone knows that.
Yeah. I mean, we were kids on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. We were kids. So like I probably say the F word and stuff, and like on some of my videos, and like a kid's probably gonna see that. But I think I keep it in my mind. Like I don't ever try. I try not to go like over the top with something that I think would be inappropriate. Right. I mean, you've probably been on, and I think my stream was 18 plus. I'm not sure, but even then, knowing that mostly like adults watched my stream, I would still
Twitch rules. We would
yeah. But and knowing that it was mostly adults watching my stream, I still would dial it back sometimes if I thought people were getting out of hand, because like I do feel some responsibility for that. Now I don't think it's like 100%, because like we said, the Twitch rules and like the TOSs and all that stuff, like those people, if people are underage, most of the time it's because they're breaking a rule.
And I mean, like, at a certain extent too, not to cut you off, but
no, you're
at a certain extent too, like I don't necessarily even mean like if you cuss, no kids allowed, or because I mean, look at not to name drop a person who's not with us right now, but Shadows how old was Shadows when we started playing with him?
Oh my goodness, he was like 13 or 14. I think.
Exactly, and we've known him for the same amount of time I've known you. So
yeah,
exactly.
I would always kind of feel like weary about that too when we were, and that was definitely a harder balance to strike when I was newer
Right.
And didn't know, like, it scared me, dude, for sure at first. But like, he was, I mean, that kid's edgier than we were. I think that's something we probably learned pretty fucking quick.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that brings me to the next point of that same question tree, I guess. If your content, for example, is specifically not for, we'll use me as the example.
Okay.
At least in my opinion, because who knows what everybody else has to say about it, right? But at least in my opinion, I don't make content for kids. I don't market for kids. Like, check market, not market as in sell it. I don't, in my opinion, I don't try and shoot to have kids see it. Does that mean kids wouldn't see it? No, of course not. It's the internet, like you said. Everybody has the ability to view it, and I would leave that responsibility to parents and things like that.
For sure.
But we can use, again, me as the example. I purposefully try to make, at least in my view, my content is for people who are adults, adult age.
Yeah.
YouTube has a certain way of like, is this content for kids? I put, no, it's not. Every time, you know what I mean?
I do. I actually do too, but it's underneath it says, should we restrict this to 18? And I say no. So
I think mine is auto locked to 18 up.
Oh, okay. So because I think actually this is kind of a good thing to talk about, because it's kind of a weird difference. So like, Pokemon specifically is like in limbo.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's weird to me. That's one of those things that, like, could you possibly be taking advantage because it's in limbo?
I don't think so. At least personally, that's not how I feel about it, because I don't really, first of all, I'm not like selling anything, or
right. Yeah.
I don't tell people to go buy Pokemon cards. And I think that, like, well, I mean, I guess I might say, like, hey, just so everyone's aware, they're on sale here. So like people can, more to bring awareness to it, because people are looking for cards. Right. But it's weird. I definitely, like, since it's in limbo, I try and avoid going anywhere near too far. I think, like I said, the worst I've done is like maybe cuss.
Right. Plus it's Pokemon. Like, why would you want that?
That. No, I'm sure you could make like an adult-only Pokemon shit, and it would be hilarious. Like, I'm sure you could do a ton of stuff.
Drunk Pokemon openings and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Someone could do it. There's a void for it. Who knows?
Right.
But yeah. So it's interesting, because it's like I said, it's kind of like in limbo, because it's like, yes, it's actually it's supposed to be a card game for people. Usually that's like games, like that are for kids, but adults grew up with it, so like it's like a huge part of their life,
right? And
then the competitive scene is a lot of adults too,
Yeah, so correct. It's a lot of adults. Yeah.
There is like a robust kids scene though. Like there's like juniors championships and stuff like that, and like it's pretty cool actually.
I mean, I think my personal takes on some of the deeper things that I'm trying to get at, which is why I'm asking the questions in the way that I'm asking. And it's nothing to do with Pokemon or even you. But
sure.
At what point do you think selling to kids... At what point is it selling your content? And at what point is selling that content to kids wrong?
That's a tough question.
And I don't necessarily mean selling like currency, right? I just mean like bait, like, come look at my shit.
Come watch my stuff. Yeah,
right.
I think.
Go ahead.
Well, it doesn't. The thing is, as long as it's not inappropriate, it's perfectly fine for them to consume the content, I think. So, like.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that 100%.
As long as I'm not going over the top with something crazy, or I'm not like promote, like if let's say I do hit, let's say I get like 5,000 followers, and like someone wants to do like a sponsored post with me or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's Adam and Eve.
see, like that. Well, first of all, I would turn it down.
Yeah, correct. There you go.
Because
There's another.
It's too off-brand to even try and swing it.
Yeah,
but let's say something like a little more like ambiguous. I don't know. What's something that could be like? What was that?
Tamagotchi. No, Men's Shave Club.
Men's Shave Club.
That's more ambiguous.
See, yeah, it's just that I could still do that because it's not that. I would feel like I'm not. It's almost impossible for a child to watch that and be like, "Oh shit, I need to pick up a razor."
Right.
But like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. That's a really hard question because, like, what if I don't know? What if Walmart? This would never happen, but I'm just saying, what if Walmart was like, can you promote our gift cards and be like, hey, if you have gift card, go get yourself Walmart gift cards. You get a deal on them today, and you can go buy Pokemon cards. Like,
right?
Is that bad? I don't know.
Okay, yeah, because I mean that's not even where I was going with it, but it's interesting that you specifically thought of sponsors and things like that. Let's again use my content as the example, because like I said, I don't deem my content to be for children.
Sure.
Let's say I'm a teacher, and at school, I say, hey, children, hey kids, or whatever you call them, hey class, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to Manje. In a way, that's selling, and is that wrong?
Yeah, I think that's wrong, because if you're doing that knowing that your content is not for them, that is not appropriate for them,
perfect.
You're doing that essentially just so you get clicks and views, and they're malleable because they're young, so you know that like they'll at least look it up, like you know what I mean. So I think that can be kind of.
If they found it on their own, it's completely different. That's their parents.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. Yeah.
But if I'm sending children to content that they shouldn't be.
Yeah, if you're like looking up first grade, second grade email.
What? You cut out.
Yep.
Oh, you cutting out a lot.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Sorry, I have this busted ass mic. It's like the first thing I need to play.
No,
but I was saying if you have like the second and third grade PTA email list and you're like blasting like your YouTube link to the kids, like you're getting a Zoom call and you're like, let's do a viewing of my latest YouTube video. Then like you're
a watch party of my content.
Oh shit. Yeah. I got my third grade class here, and we're gonna watch this PUBG video me and Manje made.
Right. Okay. Perfect. That's kind of where I was. I mean, because again, that's the thing I specifically think about a lot, and I've in gaming specifically, not necessarily Pokemon. I've been seeing a lot of like, and this is not to bash anything. A lot of hashtag positive, hashtag wholesome, hashtag family friendly, but let's play this rated M game together. And that feels weird to me because
it's manipulative.
Okay, perfect. That I just want to make sure I'm not alone in thinking these things.
No, it's manipulative. Again, you know, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask everybody this. So, I just wanted. You're the first one that got asked.
It's okay.
And you actually happen to be in the wholesome section, so it does seem a little more targeted, but it's not. I love what you're doing. I think the Pokemon openings are super dope.
Thanks, man.
I want Pokemon cards because of you. So
that's actually, now that when you say it like that, actually that is what I want my content to do. I want people to watch it and be like, either A, substitute that for the fact that they don't have a pack they can open right then.
Correct.
Or make when they watch it be like, I want to go crack some packs right now. Like, oh, I could get something. That would be so cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is too. It's that nostalgia, and then I go back and I'm like, damn, man, I want to open Pokemon now.
Yeah, it's all the nostalgia. That's like literally what it's about, 100%.
I guess I went on a little bit of a tangent to get to where I wanted with the selling to kids thing. But I guess the next question is, how do you manage life versus content creation? How do you manage real life with making content?
Well, it's a little bit easier for me right now because, so you know this, but I work at a hotel.
Right.
And I work the night shift, 3 to 11 all the time. So right now it's like completely dead. So like, I don't think I had like four check-ins tonight. So like, you know, I have a lot of free time at work. So the way I've learned to juggle my time with at least TikTok specifically, TikTok's easy because of my schedule to like create content for. So all I really do is like, I have some ideas and stuff, and then I'll shoot them, like shoot the footage and stuff that I need. And then when I'm at work, I'll like put 1 or 2 together a night. So because like I have the time to edit them there and stuff like that. And TikTok's actually pretty quick. Like if you know what you're doing,
work?
I edit them at work. Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's
like
awesome.
Yeah, so like last night I filmed 2 full box openings. So I opened Snorlax VMAX box and a Kangaskhan box. I shot those for YouTube, and I'm going to edit them when we're done with this. And then
awesome.
Before that, I opened 2 just normal packs, and then those were for TikTok. So like when I was at work today, and it was around like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 o'clock, I'm like, all right, let me just edit this real quick, and I threw it together, made it something that I thought was pretty cool. Well, actually, I think I did ASMR on this one. I usually do like an ASMR on every couple like days or something like that, just in case some people still want to watch that, because that's what I started with. And then like the other pack, I'll probably edit tomorrow and put on. So I just like pre-shoot it and then like find the time during my work day usually to edit it. If I'm really hyped on something, I'll like shoot it and like edit it and put it up like right away.
Right. Yeah.
But like I've kind of been lucky because I have like the way my schedule works. And then for my YouTube content creation, like my fiance works super early in the morning, so I get off at 11. She usually goes to bed about midnight or 1. So between that time till when I have to wake her up, which is at about 4:45, I used to just play video games, but now I'm like trying to do more content creation during that time. That's usually when I do like YouTube stuff.
Yeah, it's always, that's how we met, right? We play video games. It's always kind of sucky when it's a day where you're like, oh man, I gotta get these edits out. And now I don't have any time to play the stupid video game.
Yeah, editing can be definitely time consuming. Luckily, like mine stuff at least is not like too like what's what I'm looking for, like edit heavy.
Yeah.
It's like your stuff's like so much harder because you have to like fish through so much content to get the parts you want, and it's like so you're fishing for the good parts,
and half the time too I end up being like, man, this is not even the parts I want. The video is done, it's out, it's uploaded, and then I'm like, man, I hate this shit.
It's actually funny because it just struck me when I was saying that. So like you fish for the good parts, and I fish. The way I edit is I fish for the bad parts. So like,
oh really?
Yeah, well, because you got to think. I sit down and I turn my camera on and I open the box and I just talk through it. I one take it and like sometimes I'll mess up and I'll just be like, and I'll just like stop, give it a pause, and then I'll keep going, and then I just edit out the parts where I messed up. Like. So I'm looking. So our editing process is like way different. So mine's way easier because I'm subtracting. You're trying to like literally find the funniest bits out of like 8 hours of footage, and that's so hard.
Yeah, and it always depends on the day too. Like there could be a day where just like neither of us had a good day, and so the footage we're getting is just not as good. And I still have to look through it to be like, what did we say funny shit in this?
Yeah, exactly.
At all? Like, yeah,
that's actually the one part I don't like about it, and I actually don't do it. I try and edit so well. Like I'm trying to like while I'm going through editing, I'm paying attention because when I'm done editing it, I don't want to turn the video on and watch the whole thing. Like I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I think I watch like 20 hours, 80 hours of my video before I ever upload it.
Well, while I'm editing it and stuff, yeah, but like the second it hit, part of me wants to be like, you should watch it that second and make sure it's good. Like you didn't mess up and miss something.
Yep, I always do.
I just can't do it. I don't know why. That's probably really poor practice as a content creator, but I'm just like, it's fine.
After it's done rendering, like, and everything's in it that I think, like, okay, this is good. The thing is, too, like, I don't know about other people, but I feel a little defeated in terms of making content. So, like, in the very beginning, if you go to that first video, which you're in, there's subtitles, there's pictures, there's songs and flashing images, and then you go to my last couple videos, and it's like, fucking here's the parts I think are funny, just watch it.
Just watch the shit.
Yeah, and
oh my
even then, once it's done rendering, I watch it after it renders, and then I upload it, and I immediately watch it again when it's uploaded, just to be make sure, like, oh shit, I didn't leave anything out or do something wrong. Yeah,
that's dedication.
Yeah, it sucks.
But also, your process, like I said, is longer, but my videos are usually longer. Like if I'm opening like a bigger box, it could be like 30-40 minutes. So like I'm like, oh man, I don't know if well, actually you've been doing some like solid gameplay ones, right? Are those longer than 10? What are your
so the last like couple weeks I've been doing streams instead of, because the PlayStation,
I saw you go live a couple times.
Yeah, the PlayStation 5 is a little wonk, and I can't get my actual recorded footage off the PlayStation well enough, which is why that first Demon Souls video looks kind of dog shit. Like, for whatever reason, it renders even worse when you try and pull it off the PlayStation.
That's wild.
Yeah, it sucks. And I actually got a external hard drive, but it doesn't work right with the PlayStation, so yeah, that sucks. So I just was like, screw it, I'll just stream when I'm playing PlayStation. So that's been kind of cool because I've actually had a bunch of people come into the stream. And then as far as like right now, Cyberpunk came out, right? So
I know you're hyped.
Yeah, I'm playing the shit out of it, but I also want to get content out as fast as possible. So literally right after this call, I'm gonna upload the video, just a full like 30-40 minute gameplay. A little tiny bit edited at the beginning, but that was because I had problems with OBS. So it's just a tad edited right at the start of the video. But yeah, it doesn't even really have an intro this time. It's just, here's the game. If you want to watch it, fucking...
Trying to get it out there, man. People want to see that shit.
Yeah, so many people put their Cyberpunk stuff out already, too, which is crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, crazy.
You had early access to it, probably.
Yeah, so many videos are uploaded already.
That's crazy.
What, another question I think I'm going to ask everybody. What's some, you can name 2, you can name 1, it doesn't matter. What is some obscure content that you consume? Whether it be like just an unknown YouTuber, just a bizarre, like, yeah, you know what I like to watch is octopus tentacles on people's faces. What is an obscure content that you consume?
I don't know how obscure. It's definitely wouldn't be obscure to you, but I think for a lot of people it would be obscure, and I just love watching people react to music.
Right? Yes, dude. Yeah, that's so funny you said that. I was up till like 4 a.m. watching. I was downloading music too, but I was up till 4 a.m. watching this channel Lost in Vegas.
I think I've seen them before, actually. Yeah.
I love those two dudes. I think they're so dope, and they react to metal and country and shit. That's cool that you said that. I didn't expect you to say that.
No, I love, dude. Well, it's just music in general, really, and you know that because we talk about music all the time. But like, I will get into holes with reacting where I'll if I fall into like a reaction hole, like and it's always this. I never stay on a channel. Sometimes I do. I have a couple channels I really like, but for example, I love Jack Harlow. Every time he puts out a song, I have to go watch literally every single person react to it.
He just put out a song like a day ago.
Today.
Yeah, today.
Yeah,
No Life Shaq reacted to him.
I think I haven't watched any of the reactions because it just happened today, but I need to go in there. But when he released his last one, Tyler Harrow, I was just like, and I was on there. I can't just watch one. I have to watch another person, another person.
With you, man.
And then I just did that with Spirit Box's new song, which is funny. So I'm like, you know me, I'm all over the place, like hip hop, like metal, just like you. So, but yeah, that would definitely be the thing. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. This isn't obscure, but I just love him. He's my favorite streamer is Mizkif. So
yeah, there you go.
I can, and that, like I said, that's another one I think might not be that obscure to you or me, but for some people they'd be like, that dude streamed and stared at a wall for 7 hours, and I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, he did. It was funny as hell. I always watch Mizkif stuff, and it's gotten even better because he's hard into Pokemon now.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
So my two worlds collided on that. So luckily my favorite content creator kind of got back into the swing of Pokemon at the same time I did, which is kind of cool actually.
Hell yeah, man. I don't know if you did this in the beginning. We were supposed to. Okay. Not supposed to. I would just rather it be in the beginning rather than the end. But just to do it again, what's the YouTube channel? What's the TikTok? What's all your medias? Where do people consume you?
Okay, so for the majority of my stuff, it's all Nunziiii. It's Nunz with 4 eyes. Okay. That's on YouTube. I'm gonna go check just to be sure on TikTok.
Oh, fun! Just a side thing. This is literally on accident too. On TikTok. When I have searched you, because my lady followed you on TikTok.
I did see that the other day. Tell her I said thank you, by the way.
Yeah, I will. There is a there's a Nunziiii with 4 eyes, I believe, on TikTok. Oh no, the other guy's got 2 Z's, so you're good. Don't worry about it. So but it's literally just a dude that takes his shirt off everywhere. That's
amazing.
That's all his TikTok is. And I was like, I wonder if Nunziiii knows this.
Well, that's not me. Mine is Nunz 4 eyes and then 88, the number 88. So
okay, yeah.
Nunziii's already taken by that guy.
I'll put it back at the beginning of the podcast just in case we didn't say that at the beginning. Okay. So that
I don't think we did. Yeah.
So that way the very, very intro, if anybody watches it, is going to be the intro to the podcast, and then your tags, and then you saying dick.
Hell yeah. Well, I want to thank you for letting me know that the man who stole my real username just posts shirtless pictures every day in various locations. I'm so glad.
We were trying to find you forever because I was like, his name's Nunziiii. I don't know what I'm typing wrong.
Oh shit, man! Yeah, I got played by that dude hard.
But yeah, it's cool to have you on this finally. I mean, we've talked about having you on my podcast forever.
Dude, we've talked about it so much. So many nights that we were playing till 7 in the morning, COD with our eyes bleeding. We'll do the podcast soon.
We'll have to put you on the actual podcast next now that you've been on this content version of it.
And the other one was we're just vibing, right? On the other one, just random shit, right?
I mean, it's going to be under the same tag. I'm going to still have it Vagabonds and Gentlemen. But this is just going to be a specific side version of Vagabonds and Gentlemen.
Little series going on?
Yeah, it's going to be... What did I say in the beginning? I said it somewhere. Content Showcase is what I'm going to call it. Yeah. And you're going to be Content Showcase number 1. And I actually don't even think I'm going to add all that many pictures. I'm going to put my normal overlay thing and then just basically upload it.
Hell yeah.
And then I'll get you out, and then I got the other 2 guys this weekend, if they're both gonna do it, I don't know. And then
I'm gonna find that Twitch clip for you.
Too. Yeah, if you do, I'll put it in the video. I'll clip it right there and then put it in.
I might even have the actual picture of me in the room, like the logo.
Yeah, if you do have the PNG of your Discord, give me that too, because I will use that in the overlay of, like, you know that overlay I have of me and Grabe sitting on the couch? It'll just be me and your wizard shooting a laser.
I already found the clip, by the way. It's called It's Reversible.
Okay, yeah, you just
4 years ago.
Yeah, you'll just have to put it in the chat thing, and I'll get it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, dude, good to have you on it. This is dope. I think it went real good.
Dude, I'm honored to be the first one on the hype.
I love it.
You're cracking up at just the sight of the clipped thumbnail. That's so good.
Oh, wow. Dude, it's one of my favorite. When you say, "I'll be right back, guys," and then you walk in. Oh man.
I don't know if I have that clip, because the one I just sent you is where I'm like, it's reversible, and I'm like dancing around in it. I don't know. I'll have to look on here and see where it was. Dude, that was some good ass times then.
All right, I'll end the recording of it here though. So we can stop.